Diet and nutrition. Nutrition is the means by which your body takes in energy and nutrients in food to sustain growth and development. Nutrition has a direct link to diet, as diet is the kinds of foods an individual consumes on a day-to-day basis. The kinds and types of foods you consume will determine how much energy and nutrients your body receives. As a result, your diet is an extremely important factor in your health, as it determines if you have an adequate amount of nutrients. A balanced diet would contain a variety of different foods and food types, providing individuals with the adequate amount of vitamins and nutrients for good health. Having a good balanced diet is essential for good physical and mental health. The average male should consume 2,500 calories a day, whereas the average female should consume 2,000 calories a day. This is due to the natural physiological differences between the genders. Of course, everyone is going to have different dietary requirements based on their height, weight, age, and other factors. A balanced diet includes proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals, and water. The nutrients needed in your diet are broken down into macronutrients and micronutrients. A balanced diet doesn't necessarily mean there has to be an equal consumption of each of these. Some food types are going to require a higher consumption than others. Protein should make up approximately 15% of your diet. Carbohydrates should be 55% and fat should be about 30% of your diet. To understand the reasoning for this, you have to break down each food type and what they do for the body. Macronutrients are the proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. They make up most of your diet and provide you with energy. 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 kilocalories of energy. 1 gram of carbohydrates is equal to 4 kilocalories of energy, and 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 kilocalories of energy. Essential nutrients are nutrients obtained through diet, whereas micronutrients include vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are required in small quantities, but they are essential organic and inorganic nutrients for healthy body functions. Proteins are found in meats, fish, eggs, and dairy products. The main purpose of proteins in the body is to build and repair muscle tissue. This is done via the amino acids that chain together to form molecules of protein. Carbohydrates are found in whole grain products, fruits, beans, and vegetables. They consist of sugars and starches. They are essential for energy production, cell division, the formation of molecules, and active transport. Carbohydrates are the body's preferred fuel for exercise, especially endurance-based sports or events where the energy needs to last for a long period of time. They supply for 70% of energy requirements. Fats are found in animal and dairy products and are used to insulate nerves, form cell membranes, cushion organs, and again provide energy. There are 2 types of fat, saturated and unsaturated. Saturated fats have single bonds between their molecules, and unsaturated fats have double or triple bonds between their molecules. Studies suggest that saturated fats increase levels of bad cholesterol, otherwise known as LDL or low-density lipoprotein. Consuming too much LDL can increase the risk of heart disease, as the cholesterol carried in the lipoprotein and LDL gets transported to the arteries. This can lead to a build-up of cholesterol in the arteries, leading to atherosclerosis. Furthermore, this can lead to blood clots or blockages of arteries, potentially leading to strokes or heart attacks. In opposition to this, unsaturated fats help lower levels of LDL cholesterol, decreasing the risk of heart disease and the other complications previously mentioned. This would imply that the consumption of unsaturated fats is better for a person's health. Minerals play different roles depending on each type of mineral. For example, calcium, a major mineral, is essential for the growth or repair of bones, and it also helps muscles contract and relax. Vitamins also play different roles towards the body depending on the vitamin. There are 2 types, fat-soluble and water-soluble. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting. It's found in green leafy vegetables such as broccoli. You need approximately 1 microgram a day. Vitamin D, on the other hand, helps regulate the levels of calcium and phosphate in the body. It helps keep bones and teeth healthy, and it can be found in red meats. Fibers aren't classified as micronutrients, however they also play a key part in nutrition and diet. Fibers aid the function of the large intestine and also reduce cholesterol. Food's not the only essential part of diet. Water is key for the functionality of the body. Water accounts for 2/3 of your body weight and is essential for proper body functionality. It allows chemical reactions to occur, helps dissolve and move substances around the body, and is also required to regulate temperature. Your body loses water through sweat, digestion, and breathing. Therefore, it's important to rehydrate regularly by drinking fluids or eating foods containing water. A lack of water could lead to dehydration, something which, at its extremities, can cause serious health complications. Dehydration occurs when the amount of water you take in is less than the amount you're losing. Potentially, your body could overheat, as heat is unable to evaporate due to lack of fluid. You may become dizzy or experience headaches, and you may become fatigued or confused. In addition to this, your blood volume will begin to drop, resulting in a drop in blood pressure and a higher heart rate. Extreme dehydration can lead to neurological complications, or even death. Overall, dehydration is extremely important in terms of your health, as it could cause serious negative impacts, which is why it is so important to hydrate regularly to prevent those health complications. Poor diet and nutrition can lead to some very serious health complications. This poor diet might be one that doesn't supply you with the adequate amount of each food type, or it might be one with an overload of food where you eat more than you need. Overeating or consuming too much of certain foods, such as fatty foods or sugars, can lead to an imbalance of energy. If your energy intake is more than your energy expenditure, you're overeating as your body isn't burning off all the calories that you eat. You have leftover calories that will be stored as fats. This leads to you putting on weight as the extra calories that aren't expended are stored instead. If this continues to occur and you continue to have an imbalance of intake and expenditure weighing on a larger intake, you'll continue to put on weight and potentially become obese. According to a 2017 survey from the House of Commons Library, it was found that 28.7% of adults in England are obese, and a further 35.6% are overweight, making a total of 64.3% who are either overweight or obese. Obesity levels have increased from 15% in 1993 to 29% in 2017, showing that obesity is a rapidly growing issue in the UK. You can see this in Figure 1. Not only does obesity mean that you are very overweight, causing everyday tasks to be more difficult, obesity also causes a vast range of different health effects. These health complications include the following: increased chance of heart attack and stroke due to high blood pressure, potentially diabetes, an increased chance of cancer, an increased chance of osteoarthritis, so a larger strain on bones from that increased weight, increased chance of coronary heart disease, increased breathlessness, and a likelihood of low self-esteem as a result of your body image, which can sometimes potentially lead to depression. In opposition to this, you have undereating. This is where you have a higher energy expenditure than your energy intake. You're essentially burning off more calories than your daily intake. This doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose weight, although you might over time. Your body detects an energy deficit and uses calories from fat reserves instead, as there aren't enough calories from your daily intake. Additionally, your body begins to slow down its other non-survival systems to accommodate for the lack of energy to carry out your daily activities. Like the overeating imbalance, undereating can lead to health complications also. You may begin to experience a decline in bone mass, metabolism, concentration, testosterone levels, and thyroid hormones. Eating disorders are a massive danger in terms of body weight and good health. In terms of undereating, bulimia and anorexia are results of undereating, and they are extremely dangerous to health, leaving you with little energy to carry out daily activities, and potentially leading to the gradual shutdown of your body systems. The most widely used method to check if you're a healthy weight is the Body Mass Index, or BMI. This is calculated by your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared. According to the NHS, for most adults, a BMI of 18.5 to 24.9 means you're a healthy weight, 25 to 29.9 means you're overweight, 30 to 39.9 means you're obese, and 40 or above means you're severely obese. There are many factors that could influence people's diet and drive them to obesity. In general, this involves income, education, preferences, lifestyle or occupation, religion, and socioeconomic status. For example, the House of Commons Library shows in a survey in 2017 that deprived children are more likely to be obese. This is shown in Figure 2. This is perhaps because the unhealthy foods are often of a lower price than the healthier foods. This means unhealthy foods are are of easy access for young children who are of a low socioeconomic status. Children or their parents are likely to buy the cheaper option if they struggle with money. Other influencing factors might be stress. The term stress eating is quite literally where an individual begins to eat more as a result of their stress. The typical comfort foods that people consume to deal with their stressors are usually unhealthy foods that have a high sugar content or are quite calorific. Therefore, a higher calorie intake can result in obesity as there is continued stress and therefore continued consumption of those foods through stress eating. Religion and culture can also play a key part in diet and nutrition. For example, Muslims cannot eat pork as it is considered haram meat, which is forbidden meat. They must eat halal meat only, as stated in Islamic law. This will therefore play a key part in their diet and the foods they can eat. Other foods are also considered haram meat, so Muslims must be very cautious about what they eat. There are many other factors that affect how much you eat and what you eat. This could be your lifestyle, your friends, your knowledge on nutrition, or your parents. Your parents are probably the most influential factor in your diet. When you're young, you can't cook for yourself and therefore you are dependent on meals made for you by your parents. You rely on your parents making you healthy meals or buying healthy foods. Therefore, if your parents eat unhealthily or have poor knowledge on nutrition, that impacts you negatively as you're likely to be fed unhealthy meals. Furthermore, this can encourage you to eat unhealthily in the future as your parents are your role models, so you are likely to be influenced by them and eat things they eat because you think that's the right thing to eat. Overall, nutrition is a key factor for good health. A balanced diet is perhaps one of the most important factors for your body's functionality.